Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. The FBI under major scrutiny today in the wake of a more than 300-page report, the Durham report that was released on Monday. The findings far from flattering when it comes to the FBI. And just about an hour and a half from right now, the House Judiciary Committee is going to hold a very consequential hearing on Capitol Hill. 3 FBI agents who lost their security clearances earlier this month in a move that's been called possible retaliation by the FBI for investigating Hunter Biden are going to testify about some of the corruption that they have seen while working at the FBI.
Yeah, we're going to find out a lot more in just a little bit. And joining us now is former Assistant Director with the FBI and Heritage Foundation Visiting Fellow Mark Morgan and former Assistant Director with the FBI and former Commissioner of Chicago PD, Jody Weis. Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining us. Mark, let me just start with you. We've got this hearing at 9 a.m. this morning. A lot to come out. 3 whistleblowers who are going to speak. They've already heard from Steve Friend and Garrett O'Boyle. They have not heard from Marcus Allen, who will also be talking. Apparently, he's going to reveal a lot of information about what happened, what went on at the FBI. One of the things that they said is that, look, they are politicizing a lot of stuff going on, especially when it came to January 6th and moving forward. Just want to get your reaction to what you expect to hear.
Yeah, look, the hits keep coming. We had the Durham report that we've been talking about for the past couple of days. And while that focused on the events of 2016 and the failures of the FBI then, what this hearing is going to focus on are the continued failures and exactly why the public's trust has been eroded in the FBI. It's not just about what happened in 16 and 17. It's about the suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop, the disparity between how they're handling January 6th and the riots of 2020, the outcry calling parents terrorists. I mean, the hits go on and on. And never before, and Jody, I think, can back this up, in our 20 years, there's never been a time where we had this many FBI whistleblowers basically give up their career to talk about what's going on in the FBI.
Jody, great to have you, former assistant director at the FBI. To pick up on Mark's point, after all of this, do you expect anything to change?
No, that's a great question, Rob, and a lot of that comes down to leadership. I think the important thing to look at this, it's not technical issues. This is a cultural issue, because Christopher Wray, he addressed everything regarding the changes they made from 16 and 17. But the problem is the hits continue. You've got the stuff Mark just mentioned. You got the Hunter's laptop where information was suppressed. You've got the Catholic churches, January 6th. So it's going to be a culture, and this is going to require leadership to change a culture. I think there's a thirst for leadership at the FBI. I just don't know if it's going to be delivered with the current director.
Mark, according to one of the whistleblowers, the FBI, they were instructed to pursue January 6th investigations over child sex crimes because they were, quote, no longer a priority. What is going on?
I think the heart of what Jody said is absolutely right. This isn't just about a technical issue. And the Durham report did a very good job of talking about that. The Bible for the FBI is called the DIOG, the Domestic Investigations Operation Guide. And it talks about what you need to open an assessment versus a preliminary investigation and a full investigation. And the Durham report did a very good job of going through there. It said it lacked any evidence. It lacked analytical rigor with respect to the source development and the source manipulated them. But Jody is right. It goes way beyond that. And I think that's what the whistleblowers are representing. It's a culture. Remember, the pictures during the riots of 2020 where we had FBI agents guarding monuments in uniform with FBI across their chest that knelt down in support of a movement. That's wrong. That we can't stand that. And right now, I think what the country needs is what Jody is talking about is leadership. The directors, he's talked to his internal workforce. That's not enough. The American people need to hear directly from the director of the FBI to reassure them, to acknowledge the failures and reassure them he acknowledged the perception with respect to the erosion of the trust and what he's specifically going to do to regain it.
Let me play you a soundbite. This is New York Congressman Dan Goldman yesterday calling the Durham report just a complete embarrassment on one of the other networks. Take a listen.
You want to talk about a waste of time and money. The John Durham investigation is an embarrassment, and it should go down as one of the biggest abuses of power and waste of money in the Department of Justice's history.
Jody, so you're at the FBI and rose through the ranks over the course of 22 years. Did you witness any of this corruption? Maybe not at this level, but did you witness anything like this throughout your years at the Bureau?
Absolutely not, Rob. I mean, this is unimaginable. Agents of my era, Mark eras, we're really sad, we're really disgusted, and we're just furious about this because the damage that Comey and McCabe and Strzok caused the FBI, it's going to take decades to take the tarnish off the badge that those young men and women carry every day. And it's just outrageous. I never would have thought that the bias that people have could be so extreme that you would go in to try to undo an election by the American people. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. We've been in shock from what we see every day. But sadly, it just keeps coming out. It's like every day there's something new. And it's almost like, when is it going to end? And again, I keep harping back on it's going to take leadership to change it. Christopher Wray had an amazing opportunity. He could come in and undo everything that James Comey did, who I think was the worst thing that ever happened to the FBI, but he did nothing. He just sits back. He should be on TV every day convincing the American people that they can trust the FBI. The American people have to have an FBI I can trust. Sadly, right now, I don't know if I can say I trust the FBI, and that hurts. After 23 years and the work I've done there, that really pains me.
Yeah, what a comment, what a statement there. I'll tell you, when we first heard the term defund the FBI, people laughed. You look at all the presidential candidates right now. In addition to Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, to see what happened is unthinkable. Heads need to roll at the FBI. Ron DeSantis, we need to clean house at these agencies. Vivek Ramaswamy, shut down the FBI. Asa Hutchinson with us. He was in studio a couple days ago. The FBI needs to be overhauled. Mark Morgan, Jody Weis, we'll have you back just about an hour from now as we get ready for this hearing, which starts at 9 a.m. with these FBI whistleblowers. We'll bring you that live here on Newsmax. In the meantime,